What is up, homies and homelettes? Today, on Matthew Online, we are going to be reading Matthew 23, a great chapter in the Gospel of Matthew. Before we hop into it though, before you guys go and read it, I want you guys to recognize something, I guess, very obvious, but Jesus is talking to the Pharisees. Jesus is talking to the teachers of the religious law. Like, this is an actual event that has occurred within history. Jesus, the man from Nazareth, standing, teaching the disciples, teaching the crowd, and there's Pharisees and teachers of the religious law interspersed within this crowd. And Jesus is speaking directly to them, rebuking them. All right. Pause, go read the chapter, and then come on back. A question we have to ask ourselves is, why is Jesus so mad at these people? Because he seems ticked. I don't know about you guys, but when I read this, every time Jesus says, what does he keep saying over and over again? Well, he says, "What sorrow waits for you teachers of the religious law and you Pharisees, hypocrites." Every time I read this as he's going through his indictment against them, it gets louder in my head and louder, like Jesus is just screaming at these people. That doesn't really fit into my way of viewing Jesus, but maybe that means my way of viewing Jesus should expand. But Jesus just seems to get intense with these guys, and why is he upset at them? Well, a couple reasons. It seems that, what does he say here? So, practice and obey whatever they tell you, but don't follow their example, for they don't practice what they teach. These are people that aren't practicing what they teach. Verse 5, everything they do is for show. And then he goes on and he calls them hypocrites. Hypocrites, hypocrites. And he does it again and again and again. His problem is that these people, these teachers, the religious ones, the Christians of the day, if you will, were hypocrites. Flat out hypocrites. And you see it very clearly illustrated in this one chunk right here. What sorrow awaits you teachers of the religious law and you Pharisees? Hypocrites. For you are so careful to clean the outside of the cup and the dish, but the inside of it is filthy, full of greed and self-indulgence. You blind Pharisee, first wash the inside of the cup and the dish, and then the outside will become clean too. Jesus is not talking about a cup or a dish right here. He's talking about something in a very beautiful and poetic and metaphorical way. He's talking about you. He's talking about your heart and your mind. It feels like we have fallen into this trap. Feels like we have fallen into the trap of cleaning the outside of this bowl, appearing super great at church in front of all our friends. Hey, they're Christian, I'm Christian, God look this way. But the inside of our bowls have not been cleaned. They're full of lust, of gossip, of hatred, of anger, of disobedience. Jesus wants us to clean the inside of our bowls. We don't want to be like the Pharisees. Our teacher, Jesus, is good. Our rabbi, Jesus, the Messiah, our King, is good. And this teaching hits home for me. This teaching pushes me to want to change my life. And I hope it does the same for you. Amen. God bless you guys. Just grace and peace.